You hear about AI everywhere, right? It's changing everything, creating amazing new tools, and totally reshaping how we work. But let's be real, for a lot of us, there's this huge gap between hearing about AI and actually using it to make a real difference in our own lives. So the biggest question becomes,
how do we stop just watching from the sidelines of this AI revolution and actually get in the game? How do we build that bridge from just learning the concepts to actually applying them, solving real problems, and creating real value? Well, that's the exact challenge we're going to tackle today.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by digging into the AI learning challenge itself. Then, we'll walk through this amazing three-stage journey designed by the AI Bridge Foundation that literally takes you from mastering the basics to solving real-world problems, and finally, to creating brand new opportunities for yourself.
Think about it. AI is becoming just another tool, kind of like a calculator or spell check. So the skills that really matter are changing. It's becoming less about just knowing stuff and way more about critical thinking, creative problem solving, and figuring out how to partner with AI effectively. And that shift, it requires a whole new way of learning.
So learning a bunch of theory just doesn't cut it anymore. What we really need is a clear, direct path. One that connects what we learn in a classroom or online to how we can actually use it in our day-to-day lives, and let's face it, to improve our financial situation. We need a straight line from education to a real-world outcome.
And that's exactly where the AI Bridge Foundation comes in. They've designed this really smart, progressive, three-stage journey. It's a structured path designed to take pretty much anyone from square one to a place where they feel confident and capable in this new AI-powered world.
The whole idea is beautifully simple, but really powerful. First, you build a solid foundation of literacy. Then, you take those new skills and apply them to real-life situations. And finally, you use that hands-on experience to create new opportunities. Build, apply, create. Let's dig into each of these stages.
Okay, so everything kicks off with Stage 1, Mastering the Basics. The main tool here is something called the Pinned AI Tutor, and its whole job is to help you build a solid and, this is important, shame-free foundation in all the core stuff you need to know.
Now, the secret sauce here is persistent sessions. This is not your typical chatbot where you have to start from scratch every single time. The Pinned AI Tutor actually remembers you. It tracks your progress whether you're studying for your GED, a PCAP exam, or an AI certification. You never have to re-explain yourself, which makes learning feel continuous and a whole lot less frustrating.
And this whole personalized experience is powered by some really clever features. The learning material is carefully focused so you don't get overwhelmed, and the prompts are expertly crafted to guide you. But you're not on your own. There are community forums for support, and you can even use your voice to interact, which just feels more natural. It's basically an environment built for unlimited 24/7 practice that gives you hands-on AI experience right from day one. All right, so once you've got that solid foundation, it's time to put it to work. That's where Stage 2 comes in, where learning really meets life. This is the AI Challenge Lab. The goal of this stage is huge. It's about a real transformation, taking you from feeling maybe a little anxious or overwhelmed by AI to feeling genuinely empowered by it. And the way that happens is by helping you tackle the challenges that actually matter in your life.
And I'm not talking about some boring made-up textbook problems. We are talking about the real, genuinely stressful stuff. I mean, who hasn't been totally confused by a letter from the government or felt completely buried in emails? The Challenge Lab helps you use AI to tackle these very personal, very practical problems.
And what makes this all work is the environment. It's absolutely key. You're not just tossed into the deep end. You get to work on your own challenges in a safe, guided space with an AI coach that walks you through everything step by step. That doesn't just build skills, it builds real, lasting confidence.
But here's a really cool part. The Challenge Lab isn't just a place for you to learn. It's also a listening post for the foundation. When they see that a lot of people are struggling with the exact same kind of problem, that insight leads directly to them building a brand new tool to solve that problem for everyone.
So a perfect example of this in action, think about that fear a lot of us have about public speaking or a big job interview. In response, the foundation built AI Speech Feedback. It's a tool that gives you real-time analysis on your pronunciation and fluency, like a personal coach helping you build confidence before you have to step into the spotlight.
And here's another one, and it's a big one. You know that sinking feeling you get from a confusing official letter? They built a tool for that too. It's called What the Letter Said. It pulls out the text, summarizes the important parts in plain English, and basically turns that wall of confusing text into something you can actually understand and act on. So this all leads us to the final piece of the puzzle, the last stage of the journey. Once you know how to use AI to solve problems, the next logical step is to use it to create new opportunities. And that all happens in stage 3, the AI Venture Studio.
And this stage is a total game changer compared to the old way of doing things. This is not your traditional business class where you just read about theory. The Venture Studio is all about hands-on experimentation. You learn by actually doing, by building a real one-person company right from the ground up.
You literally learn the whole shebang, from figuring out if your idea is any good and using AI to help create your product, all the way to marketing and dealing with customers. You get to feel what it's like to wear all the hats, whether you're launching a YouTube channel or an online store, all in a low-stakes environment where it's okay to experiment, to fail, and to learn.
Now, it's really important to get the goal here. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. The real focus is on developing genuine skills, on understanding the entire entrepreneurial process, and on building the resilience you need to succeed in the long run. So let's just pull all that together for a second. The journey starts with a Pinned AI Tutor to build your literacy. Then you head into the AI Challenge Lab to apply your skills to real problems. And finally, you jump into the AI Venture Studio to create brand new opportunities. Build, apply, create.
When you put it all together, you can see that these 3 stages aren't just separate little programs. No, they're part of one seamless educational journey, designed from top to bottom to give people the tools and the confidence they need to really thrive in this AI era.
So there you have it, a clear path from learning to earning, from feeling anxious about AI to feeling powered by it. The path is there. The only question left, and it's the most important one, is for you. What opportunities will you create?